Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Slow Life Trading. I have the fortune to have one of my students here with me live, who is Robert Martinez, and he's been a student with me since October.
Since October.
October of this year. And, you know, guys, I love to bump my gums and I love to talk, and y'all hear me talking. And I want y'all to get a perspective from one of the students, okay? I'm not saying that he just blowing it up or anything like that, but he's in the class. And, you know, it's just good to hear something from someone that's actually participating and doing it. So we're gonna take a few minutes here and we're gonna talk to him and just see, you know, see how he's doing. So welcome, Robert. Welcome to my home.
Thanks, Robert.
Welcome to the class. We've been hanging out here all day talking. And so you've been a student here, like I said earlier, since October or September, one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What do you think about the class so far?
So far, I'm enjoying it. It's given me a nice foundation. It's built up a really good foundation on something that's like a really confusing thing for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. It's confusing for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm coming from like a medical background.
Okay.
So it's really helped me to piece together exactly what people are doing as far as in the market.
Okay. All right. Now, before you got into, what got you interested in joining Slow Life Trading?
Well, I was already trading on my own,
mm-hmm.
but it was more of like just buying puts or buying calls, and then seeing the thing expire worthless, and so that just became frustrating. So I just always thought, well, there's got to be a better way. So it was either doing that, or I was also through my job. I would be in 401k, and then of course that was never good because you didn't pick what you want to get into.
Yeah, they only give you these groups, and you only can do
right. Yeah, and then on top of that, it was like the single stocks. But then I had the issue where I would buy the stock because I saw that it was doing good, and I would buy it, and then like the next week or so it would go down, and I was like, well, you know, what happened? You know, so it was that you're trying to do right, and you're trying to do what people tell you to do. Or what the experts tell you to do, but then you don't see the fruits of that. So.
I got you. It's like as soon as you buy it, it goes down.
Right.
Yeah. I get it. And I would tell you, part of the reason that happened is because it's like deer to headlights, right? Mm-hmm. We only draw to it because it is going up.
Right.
When it's going up, the professionals are getting out.
Exactly.
And then that's what makes it go back down after you get into it.
Right.
But it seemed like it happened to all of us like that. Okay.
But there'd be times where it's like it's already at the bottom, or you felt like it already went down enough, and you would buy it, and the sucker kept going down. So then you're like, well, like you can't make heads or tails of it.
Yes.
And so that's the reason why I wanted to join the class, because I saw more of what I want to do as far as options in a different way than just buying calls or buying puts.
Okay. So you listened to some of what I was saying about not having to have to be right on the direction.
Right.
Okay, that's kind of what drew you.
That was the biggest thing that drew me, was that you know that the biggest thing for me was that it could go sideways, or it could go up, or it could go down, and I'd still make money.
Okay.
And I could make money every day.
Okay. Yeah, every day. Okay. So you're living here in Merida.
Yep.
And so you can see trading could be a way of you having an income and still have the freedom of being able to move around like you want to.
Yeah. So my goal was, even moving here to Merida, was that I wanted to get to a point where I could make money every day and I could travel the world. My goal has always been, I just wanted to have a laptop and an internet connection, and I can make money. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Whether that be through Amazon or through trading or through something,
that's what
I wanted to do.
You wanted a mobile job.
Right. And finding trading as the way to do it is even better for me, because I don't have to worry about drop shipping. I don't have to worry about products or finding the right thing or SKUs and all these other things.
Mm-hmm. So in the class, same thing with me, by the way. Mm-hmm. I think personally that trading is the best vehicle it is out there. That's just me personally. It doesn't mean that there are not more vehicles out there. The Amazon, rental property, Airbnb, all that stuff can work. It just depends on your personality. But me personally, trading to me is the greatest thing ever.
Right.
And then being able to trade without picking a direction, that's really
sweet.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, you got interested because of that, not picking a direction. So since you've been in the class, what are some things that you think you have really, it's only been a short period of time, what, 3 months or something like that, 4 months or something. What do you think that you have gotten from the class thus far?
Well, I've got an education that I feel that I can even teach my kids. And that was, I've always wondered about this whole generational wealth thing, and to give my kids something, teach them something that they can carry on, long after I'm gone.
Yeah.
And so that was the other thing for me, was I want to learn something so that, one, either I can teach someone else or I can teach my children to where they can make money. And I don't want to simplify what you teach, but it's so easy, it's so simple, right? That
Once you get an understanding.
Once you get an understanding of it, that and right now I've just been paper trading, but even my paper trades, when I follow what you say, I'm winning every time. When I go against what you say, I learned that not to go against it, because right. So I'm like, on one paper trade, I ended up losing about $2,000 on the paper trade, but it was because I traded on a Fed day, like you say, don't trade on Fed days and stuff like that. So, but it's also that reinforcement. It gave me that reinforcement that, like, okay, now I understand why he's saying that.
Yes.
It's one thing. It's like a child. It's like one thing to tell you, but it's like when you actually experience it,
it's a whole different ballgame.
It gets hardwired.
Yes.
Yeah, and so me seeing that loss on paper, even though it's just fake money, it's still an emotional attachment to it, and it's like, okay, now I know, what,
And that's also why I want you to trade on paper first, so you can get that feeling without you're only getting hurt emotionally a little bit.
Right.
You're not getting scarred, and definitely your account is not getting hit.
Right.
I have an aunt that used to say, bought sense is better than told. And when she said that, what she was saying was, the best way to learn something is to experience it yourself versus someone telling you.
Right.
Okay. And I used to tell her, no, honey, I think the best way to learn something is for somebody to tell you. That way you don't have to go through the hard knocks of it.
Right.
And we're both right. I think that if somebody teach you something, that really is the best way to learn it. But it ain't the best way for it to sink in.
Yeah.
The best way for it to sink in is when you have to pay for it with your hard-earned, not dollars, but with hard knocks.
Right.
And that's what she means by you paying for it, because you pay for it with the hurting that you got from it. So in that aspect of it, the way for it to sink in and really stick in is bought sense is better than told.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so and just in other courses, I have bought other courses before on trading.
Okay.
But you just get the course, and then the person that sold you the course kind of walks away. Disappears. And so when you're trying to learn something or it's not working out exactly the way that they are teaching you, you don't have that communication anymore with them. Or the communication is very generalized. It's like, oh, well, go to my FAQ page, my frequently asked questions, and try to decipher it from there. So being in this class and having those meetings every 2 weeks, we're able to ask those questions and get an answer, get a clear answer. And not only is it a clear answer, but it's almost like one of those things where I'm not gonna stop explaining it to you until you know the answer.
Till you get an understanding.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. So the hand holding in the class is real.
Yes.
Okay. And guys, I want to just tell you, it's not just because he lives here in Merida that he gets handheld, and now we're going to become real good friends. There are also some other students that still living in the U.S., and I can't invite them over to my house, but I communicate with them through email or through text. And what I try to tell students is, because I've been through it myself, guys, I know. You may have a question in the middle of the day. You don't want to wait till the next month come around and go to the seminar, which is what I had to do. Or you don't want to comb through the video to see if you can find the answer in all them videos, which is what I had to do. Now, I have videos where you probably can get that answer if you comb through them, but it sure is nice to be able to ask that question at the next class. Okay, and then sometime even in that class when I'm explaining something, I guess, sometimes I over-explain. But hey, better over than under, I guess.
A lot of over-explaining.
A lot of over-explaining.
but you know, like, but that's the thing is like there's been times where you've gone through the stuff, and I'll still have a question on it, or you already answered the question that I had, but I asked you the question, and you go right back through it again, and so it's one of those things where it's like you don't feel like there's any hindrance on asking questions there either. It's like a safe space.
You don't feel dumb, or you don't feel like you're a bother.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And then on top of that, some of the other students, like the meeting the other day, I was able to ask one of the students directly on their experience, and then that student shared their experience with me. So.
That's another thing, guys. In the classroom, students get to talk to other students, not just me. Because sometimes talking to me, I was like, yeah, he been trading forever. But when you get to talk to somebody like him, that's a whole different ball game. So what I'm trying to do is come up with these questions that maybe you guys would ask. So do you feel like the class is worth it?
Oh, definitely. It's definitely worth it. Because just on my paper trades that I have right now, I mean, I've made more than what the class I have to pay every month.
Okay.
Now, once I get into live trading, it'll be even sweeter because
it'll be real money.
Real money.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. What's another question? So, have you got a chance to meet some of the other students in the class?
I have, and then we've even become really good friends. And I even visited some of those students when I traveled back to the U.S.
Okay.
And it's become a very tight, very close relationship.
Yeah.
Where we've even said like, hey, whenever you come back and visit, y'all can stay at my place. And we were able to go to their place and have dinner, and share a meal together and stuff. So it's been great.
Cool.
Because then you expand also people that you know around the world, because some people are living in other places of the world and they're taking the same class that you are.
Yeah.
And it's such a tight, I don't want to call it a tight little group, because of course, everybody wants their class to expand.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's a tight little group now, and we're enjoying that part of it. Yeah. And I like that part. I'm just like him. I'm meeting these people that's around, and it's some really cool people around the world, around. And some of these people, we had to come all the way to Mexico to meet somebody that's from Dallas, okay? Right. And same thing with another person that I met. But I've also have met people from Maryland, where else? I think Chicago, so I'm pulling a blank right now. I can't think of the places where they're from. But we're meeting these people, and it's pretty cool. And we all have a common interest. So we can talk to each other about something that happened in the market the previous day.
Right.
Here's a question. What do you think about only trading one stock? We was talking about this earlier today about how you knew someone that was a trader and how things were going. Elaborate a little bit on that.
Well, like as far as trading one stock, I prefer that over having a watch list. Mm-hmm. And usually the practice is, get your watch list and put 20, 30 stocks on there.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't need having a family. I don't really want to spend that much time.
Explain what you was telling me about that, about the guy that's watch list and all that.
Yeah, so, his family, he and his family also travel around the world, extensively around the world.
Which is cool.
Right now they were here in Mexico, and I think right now they're traveling through Europe.
Okay.
But the only thing is that, so he trades, and then his family usually does stuff around wherever city they're in.
Uh-huh.
So when they were here, and they were here for about 2 weeks, and we would meet them, we would always go out with with the wife and the kids, and he was never there. So after a while, when I'm asking, okay, well, where's so and so, she would say, well, he's at home trading. When I finally met him and I asked him, oh, do you trade every day? He said, yeah. So basically, his routine was as much as he's traveling around the world with his family, he doesn't get to enjoy the things with his family because he's at home watching the stock market. He's watching everything that he's in, all the stocks that he's in. And so he does that all day. And then at night, he's preparing for the next day. So he's going through and reading the reports and watching the news and reading articles and all these things. Then on top of that, on Sunday, he would spend like the entire morning up until like 3 or 4, he's told me, preparing for the next week.
Wow.
And I said, well, I didn't say it to him, but I said it to myself, like, if that's that kind of trading, I don't want to do, which now I'm learning is directional trading, or what sounds like directional trading.
Sounds like directional trading.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I want to actually enjoy my time. There's a reason why I moved from the States to Mexico, was to actually enjoy time with my family.
Yeah.
And so doing this, I've been in trades, paper trades and stuff where I'm out like in less than an hour, So if I get in at 8:30 in the morning Central Time, and I'm out by 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I got the rest of the day to, like right now even, I'm trying to learn a computer system and see if that might be a change of career for me.
Okay.
So the fact that I can, trade for an hour, make my money and get out, and then start, learning about
the computer,
the Microsoft Azure. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to learn about right now, the whole cloud computing thing. It gives me that opportunity. It gives me the opportunity to drop everything, and if my family decides to go to Progresso, go to the beach, we can go.
And you just said you can make all your money by 9:30. The cool thing is, not only can you make your money by 9:30, but the amount of money that you can make by 9:30 can be a full day's pay.
Oh yes.
It's not cutting your pay just because you quit early.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. And what I was making, in my job in the States, the fact that I can make that here, off of not even winning the entire pie, but just winning a certain percentage of the pie.
Just taking the skin off. The skin off the orange, basically.
Yes, just taking that small piece, and I can make what I was making there every day. That's
kind of nice.
That is really nice.
And then, based on what you was telling me about this guy, Monday is a holiday, so the market is closed. What would he be doing on Monday?
Preparing for Tuesday.
The whole
and
day?
Wednesday. Yeah, yes.
Wow. So with us guys, if the holiday is on a Tuesday, on a Monday, we're not trading on Monday. The market is closed. We're not doing no research and no study and reading and all that kind of stuff. We pretty much do our homework 30 minutes before the market opens.
30 minutes before.
Yeah, and then that's it.
And I thought you were kidding about that.
No.
And then I did it, and I was like, oh well, yeah. It takes about
30 minutes,
5-10 minutes just to find your numbers, just to calculate the numbers. It's like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you're just reading one page on CNBC.
What's expected to happen that day?
And then you just wait for the market to open, and you plug and play. Is really what it is. It's plug and play.
It's plug and play. There is no overnight.
No.
There is no over the weekend. So you're not exposed.
No.
So you can sleep at night.
Yeah.
Okay. There's only one stock, which is a basket of 500 stocks. So you don't have to study out of individual stocks.
Right.
Okay. We don't care which direction it goes. In one case, we don't want it to move too far, and then in another case, we don't want it to stay flat. So, but we don't care which direction. So, anyway, guys, I just wanted y'all to get, just a snapshot of what someone in the class, they're thinking about slow life trading. It's designed the way I want my life to be, which is, I'm a kid, okay? I'm a 55-year-old kid. I like playing around. Well, if I'm trading all day and doing research all day, it's less time for me to play around. Robert came over here today for me to kind of, demonstrate some stuff to him and showing some stuff. I get nervous when someone else is here trading with me. I don't know why, but I do. So we did a little bit of trading, and then I just kind of showed him a whole lot of examples. But, you know, showed him around the house. It's his first time coming to see me over here. And just kind of showed him how my day would go. But other than that, but we could have been doing that while we was making money if we would have wanted to. So, and a lot of times that's what I do. So.
And today was a good day.
And today was a good day.
A really good day.
Yeah, today was a very good day. A picture perfect iron butterfly day.
It's a good day for us. For any directional trader, it's not a good day.
Yeah.
And it was a great day for us.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, guys. I used to wonder, how in the world can you make money when the stock is just doing that? And I'm here to tell you, not only can you make money, you can make a boatload of money doing that. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much all we have for you today. I want to thank you, Robert, for doing this interview with me. Try not to bore y'all and make this video too long. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it short. Until the next time, can you throw the peace sign with me?
There we go.
Peace out, and we'll see you on the other side.